last meeting, I guess it wasn't coming through too clear, so. All right, 6:30, call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Shannon Blaze,
Present.
Rebecca Bird,
Present.
Tim Dearmeyer,
Here.
Andy Gleason,
Here.
Ray Johnson,
Here.
Tyler Rasmussen, Justin Stingle,
Okay. It's been a month, I already forgot what to do. Minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
A motion made to approve the minutes, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. The motion made and seconded to approve the minutes, is there any discussion? Okay. Okay, all those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, minutes are approved. Financial report. Any questions on the financial report?
No.
Good. All right, we can put the financial report on file. I did not. Rural Fire Committee update. I didn't print the minutes and read them. Thank you. So we had a rural fire meeting last week. Some of the items discussed, we do have on the agenda. Let's see. We did have some discussion regarding our amendment for the ambulance contract. The town of Black Creek had taken the position to have the attorneys meet about it. And that's the reason for our closed session in a little while in this meeting. I can't just decide that myself, so I need the board's input on that, and we'll hopefully get that taken care of shortly. Anything else?
I don't think so.
No, should be good. Alright. Library update. Katie?
Yeah, some good things. We have been working in coordination with Black Creek Forward, and now I believe if you go to the village website or the library website, on both of our websites, there is a link to a community calendar, and that community calendar is acting as a place. Hopefully, what we're hoping is that people can go to these one calendars to look at all the events that are happening in Black Creek. So the library events will be in there, and hopefully other entities will put their information on there. It's a Google Calendar, but we've embedded it into our website, so you shouldn't have to sign into Google. You should be able to just go on the calendar. Also, we will be doing a fundraiser. Well, the Friends of the Library will be doing a fundraiser for the library in coordination with the rummage sale that's coming this spring. So the weekend that I believe it's April 24th, we will be doing a brat fry in coordination with the rummage sale. So come get a brat. And other than that, we just finished our February reading challenge. We are doing an egg hunt trail in coordination with Black Creek Forward. That's going to be Saturday, March 28th in this building. Easter Bunny might be there, so bring your littles. We're gonna have a photo op, and then we're gonna have a hunt trail through the library. And then that will be at the end of this month. And then coming up in April, we will be doing a poetry competition for National Poetry Month. So any of your little aspiring writers can come and submit something.
Okay, thank you, Katie. Okay, period of public comment. So this is the public's chance to comment on items on the agenda. If somebody wants to speak, they should be a resident of the village. Also, you can only speak once. If, anybody has anything they'd like to comment on, I'll give you 3 minutes. Bruce?
Just like to discuss the ambulance agreement. I know you're gonna go into closed session, so it'll be discussed tonight. But I hope that someone has a plan here, because I was at the rural fire. We're hearing conflicting stories. You know what they are, Andy, about service. March 15th is supposed to be the deadline. A week from today, we may or may not have ambulance coverage. And I'm guessing with 1,300 residents in the village of Black Creek, if 5% know what's going on with this, that's 65 people. I don't think over 65 people are aware in the village of what's going on with this ambulance. So I walk the streets a lot, I talk to a lot of people, nobody brings it up, so I'm guessing that no one knows what's going on here. That is not good. So I hope that you guys use your heads, get this done. We kicked the can down the road long enough. Let's get off our asses and get something done here.
Okay. Anybody
Andy?
else? Dolores?
I just have a question.
Yep.
We were at the rural fire meeting last week, and you were there, and Tim was there, and Becky was there, and so were you part of the board for the rural rescue thing? So, okay, now you guys have to get together and you make a recommendation, right? So now, is that what this closed meeting will be about? Because then you bring it just to the rest of the board, so they have to agree with it? But isn't your recommendation vital?
Well,
Yes, so exactly what you were thinking is exactly how it could have panned out. Myself, Andy, or Tim could have made the motion to approve the amendments to that contract. And as long as the 3 of us said yes, the motion would have passed. Because the village has 3 votes, the town only has 2 votes. Rocky is a non-voting party unless there's a tie, then he is the tiebreaker. But I speak for myself, I did not do that because I wanted to give Rocky the respect of them reaching out to an attorney and speaking with our attorney, and together, let's try to get this figured out cohesively as a community.
So do you know, have they done that?
okay,
So, sorry,
yeah.
so
Well,
that's all, you know,
part of that
what we
would
talked
probably come up in our discussion
Yeah.
later, so.
but yes, you were correct in your thoughts.
Okay, anybody else? Sarah?
So when will a decision be made? After this closed session, or you'll let us know what happened
Oh,
during closed session?
we have multiple discussions on the agenda, so we'll see what the board decides. And then we have to, we'll talk about it when it's on the agenda, okay?
Well, I know, Andy, before Christmas, whoever, if it's committee or the board, could have gotten together to discuss this. 2 weeks before Christmas, someone had said on the board, we don't have time, we don't need to get together. So evidently, someone doesn't think this is important to the village residents to get this done. That was horrible.
Okay. Is that it? Anybody else?
And,
Yes, Al?
and you know this, we spoke or whatever. Tuesday or Wednesday, the Black Creek ambulance was not busy, and they called county rescue. I'm just wondering which county rescue squad was heading this way before they got canceled. There's one up in Swamico, Bellevue, Hobart, and Wrightstown. Swamico and Wrightstown is quite a ways to come over here if this ambulance contract does not get done. That's what I'm saying.
Nathan has said it would come out of Hobart.
And that's the
Okay,
crazy.
okay.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, no, you're correct, correct.
Linda, did you have something?
Well, I was, just tagging on with, Al. I thought that the Hobart or the county rescue, contract or supposedly agreement was null at the end of December, and Gold Cross won't be coming out here because they've said they can't do it. So if someone in this room has a heart attack, falls down a flight of stairs, we're just gonna lay there until maybe we have a good neighbor or a good Samaritan in the area. What's our chain of command there? What are we going to do?
Okay,
Who's
can
gonna come?
I will answer that. The rescue squad, rural fire has a secondary coverage agreement with county rescue, okay? So if Black Creek isn't available for whatever reason, county rescue is contracted to cover. Okay, so it's a secondary agreement that was done last month or so. So we're okay there. Okay, anybody else? And, you know, you can always call me if you have those questions. Anybody else? Okay. Okay, finance, approve the payment of vouchers.
I'll make a motion to approve the payment of the vouchers.
Second.
We have a motion made and seconded to approve the payment of vouchers. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, vouchers are good to go. Item number 2, finance. That is taken care of, so we don't have to discuss that. Utility, MSA, February report and wastewater treatment project update. Anything we wanna bring up?
Yeah, so we have issues with equipment, so we need a new plant. So I'm aware there's not new knowledge, but there's some
Corey,
more-
I'm sorry, we didn't hear what you said.
We have issues with equipment and we need a new plant. So there's not much of an update as far as the current plan, other than obviously some issues that came up there that they're dealing with. The project, let's see how it's worded, project update report, we have a report as far as where it's at. We recently had the public hearing meeting, and then had a committee meeting, which we'll discuss on the next item, so.
Okay. I haven't heard anything on the plant itself, it's still running. Item number 2, discuss and consider for approval committee's recommendation to approve MSA's final design and bidding contract. I'll be looking for a motion for discuss and consider.
I'll make a motion to discuss and consider for approval committee's recommendation to approve MSA's final design and bidding contract.
We have a motion made, do I have a second? We have a motion made and seconded to discuss and consider for approval committee's recommendation to approve MSA's final design and bidding contract. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right, discussion can happen.
So everyone in their packets should have what that contract is. Basically, it's the next step in the process for the wastewater treatment plant. What this is doing a final design, working through that final design, and then when that is completed, going out to bid, which we will determine at another time as far as exactly when that will happen, but later in the year is realistically when that will happen. So this amendment to the contract from before is essentially the additional charge to bring this to the finish line as far as design is concerned, and get it out to bid. And there is a breakdown as far as exactly what that scope entails in a lot of detail, and what they will be doing, and some of what they have done. Yes.
I didn't have any questions or comments on it.
discussion? Rebecca, you look like you're thinking.
That dollar amount,
I know, I saw that
how
too.
high is it gonna go? And I'm assuming we probably haven't made any leeway with Saputo at all, like as far as pre-treatment, not pre-treating, we need to
So
build a big plan.
as of right now, everything that this goes into and will go into is based on the information we have from Saputo.
Okay.
Which is, they will continue to send us their industrial waste as they are now. That is how we are planning and moving forward based on conversations.
Okay, any more discussion? Alright, if there's no more discussion, I'll be looking for a motion to approve said contract.
I'll make a motion to approve committee's recommendation to approve MSA's final design agreement contract.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion made and seconded to approve committee's recommendation to approve MSA's final design and bidding contract. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Anything you wanna talk about, Steve?
I can just give you a few updates. Frost is finally coming out of the roads, they're leveling out a little bit. I know Maple Street was pretty rough before. We made a round already, doing one sweeping of all the streets. I'm in the works of working with Black Creek Forward on a matching grant for some trees for our parks. They budgeted some money for trees. As soon as Black Creek Forward becomes a C3 status, that's the kick up right now. We can't apply for the grant till they're at C3 status, so once that's done, I'll be pursuing that tree grant. We moved a bunch of new sand onto the diamonds at South Park. Have not heard back yet on the grant that I applied for Saputo Street. Either way, the street will be getting repaved. It's just a matter of, if we get the grant, then we'll be doing a lot more curb and gutter work and storm inlet work. If we get the grant, if we don't, it'll just be a repave with the money that's in the budget, so.
Steve.
Be taking a couple trucks over to school tomorrow for Thursday for our annual little fourth grader tour of some of the DPW trucks, so.
Just to clarify, which street would be getting repaved?
Verdict.
Okay.
Did I state wrong?
It's Saputo Street.
Oh.
Yeah, we want to-
Just to make sure
No,
that's.
we don't have a sand.
Yeah, that's fine.
Verdict Street.
Just for the sake of the.
So, that's what's going on with us.
Alright, thank you, Steve. I did have, one of our, I don't know if he's middle school or not, but one of our, residents' child sent me an email asking about our streets. I told him Steve's on top of it. So,
I'll be there tomorrow morning doing crossing guards. So,
yeah.
crossing guards got a couple vacation days, so the kids can yell at me if they want.
Yeah, well, that wasn't that, but, yeah, it was kinda cute. I think I had one other child do that for a civics project. They send a community letter, an email. He wanted to talk about streets, so we're good, Steve?
Yeah.
DPW two? Okay.
Can I have ask a question? What are they doing over well number one, or they were? Just, they pull those.
Rebuilding the well, rebuilding the pump in the well, so it's all completed now, so,
How often do they have to do that?
I don't know.
It just
That's
seems like it
Scott's,
wasn't
that's
too long
Scott's deal,
ago.
I don't know how often it's gonna be done, but.
I wanna say 5 to 10 years. We gotta go through them.
But do they pull those pipes up every, more than that? Because they were there not, I don't know if it was a year ago or whatever.
I'm not sure what.
It's
they're
in my
doing.
neighborhood, that's why I
Yeah.
keep a tab on that one.
Yeah, they were doing some work there last year too, but it wasn't
Oh,
rebuilding the pump.
okay.
I don't know what they were doing, so.
Okay. Alright, so ordinance, item number 1, discuss and consider for approval an operator's license for Matthew Stengel and Thomas Schutte. He's looking for a motion for that discussion.
I'll make a motion to discuss and consider for approval an operator's license for Matthew Stingle and Thomas Schulte.
Okay, I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion made and seconded to discuss and consider for approval operators licenses for Matthew Stengel and Thomas Schulte. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, so, we have two applications. The one for Thomas Schulte, the, application was incomplete and, he did not get back to Barb before this meeting. But, the other one's good to go.
Yes, yep, and Deputy Bigolfi did do the background check previously.
Okay. So, if there's no more discussion, I'll look for a motion to approve.
So that was, one is no longer on the table, right? Thomas Schulte's is not up for discussion right now, and the other one cleared the background check, correct?
They both cleared the background check. Unfortunately, Thomas made some errors on his application and then failed to provide his, class completion. And I emailed him twice requesting the certification and corrections, and he's not responded at all.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Any more discussion? If there's no more discussion, I'll look for a motion for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve an operator's license for Matthew Stengel.
I have a motion made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion made and seconded to approve an operator's license for Matthew Stengel. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries.
Andy, I have
Yes,
a
sir.
couple things under buildings and grounds before we get too far.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You skipped over that, sorry.
I didn't mention it specifically. So we're back at buildings and grounds.
So, for the new public works building, you propose to go at North Park. We got bid opening tomorrow at 2:00 here. The engineer will be here for that, and then, we started some work there at North Park. We started taking down the light poles and one of the dugouts and some of the fencing, so that's all moving forward, so bids will not be awarded tomorrow. They have to be vetted by the architect, so hoping to have a recommendation for the board at next month's meeting on a contractor.
Okay, thank you, Steve. Alright, item number 2, discuss and consider for approval committee's recommendation to amend 89-13 to include the penalties for dissemination of closed session information. Has Bob worked on it?
He's not gotten an opinion back, no.
Okay, so item number 2, we will not discuss. Item number 3, discuss and consider for approval committee's recommendation to approve and adopt ordinance 2026-1, an ordinance to repeal chapter 23 and in the process to abolish the Village of Black Creek Joint Municipal Court. I'll be looking for a motion for that discussion.
I'll make a motion to discuss and consider for approval committee's recommendation to approve and adopt ordinance 2026-1, an ordinance to repeal chapter 23 and in the process to abolish the Village of Black Creek Joint Municipal Court.
Okay, I have a motion made, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion made and seconded to discuss and consider for approval committee's recommendation to approve and adopt ordinance 2026-1, an ordinance to repeal chapter 23 and in the process to abolish the Village of Black Creek Joint Municipal Court. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? discussion can be had?
Is that me?
Yeah, I guess if one of the ordinance committee members could just give us
So that leaves me.
a.
No
Sorry.
one. I can't really speak a whole lot to how this came about, because that was before my time. So Barb gave us several examples of ordinances from the state, from other similar communities, on what their ordinances looked like to do this abolishment. And the three of us reviewed the different examples she gave, and we all agreed to go with the one in the packet, and I believe it's been adjusted for the edits, right, Barb?
Yes,
And submitted to the attorney. Did he reply back on this one at all?
he's not.
I don't know if he would.
Okay, so then we, okay, I
Skip that
forgot
one.
to ask that question before we started. But, so we can just move on. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so, new business. Item number 1, discuss and consider for approval a temporary Class B beer license for Friends of Black Creek Rural Fire and Rescue for a fire and rescue picnic on July 18th, 2026. You looking for a motion for that discussion?
I'll make a motion to discuss and consider for approval a temporary Class B beer license for the Friends of Black Creek Rural Fire and Rescue for a fire and rescue picnic on July 18th, 2026.
Okay, I have a motion made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, motion made and seconded to discuss and consider for approval a temporary Class B beer license for Friends of Black Creek Rural Fire and Rescue for a fire and rescue picnic, July 18th, 2026. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Nothing,
Paperwork was filled out and is all in order after corrections.
okay. Any more discussion? And we looking for a motion to approve said license?
I'll make a motion to approve a temporary Class B beer license for Friends of Black Creek Rural Fire and Rescue for fire and rescue picnic on July 18th, 2026.
Okay, I have a motion made, do I have a second?
One second.
Okay, motion made and seconded to approve the temporary Class B beer license for Friends of Black Creek Rural Fire and Rescue for fire and rescue picnic, July 18th, 2026. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion is rendered approved. Item number 2, discuss and consider for approval a temporary Class B beer license and temporary Class B wine license for St. Mary's Catholic Church for a beer, wine, and coffee tasting event on April 26, 2026. Looking for a motion for that discussion?
I'll make a motion to discuss and consider for approval a temporary Class B beer license and a temporary Class B wine license for St. Mary's Catholic Church for a beer, wine, and coffee tasting event on April 26, 2026.
Okay, I have a motion made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, motion made and seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, discussion can commence, same thing,
Paperwork is all filled out and in order after corrections.
okay. Any more discussion? All right, so I'll be looking for a motion to approve the temporary Class B beer license and temporary Class B wine license for St. Mary's Catholic Church for a beer, wine, and coffee tasting event on April 26, 2026.
I'll make a motion to approve a temporary Class B beer license and a temporary Class B wine license for St. Mary's Catholic Church for a beer, wine, and coffee tasting event on April 26, 2026.
Okay, got a motion made, do I have a second? Okay, got a motion made and seconded to approve temporary Class B beer license and temporary Class B wine license for St. Mary's Catholic Church for a beer, wine, and coffee tasting event, April 26, 2026. All those in favor say aye. Aye, opposed? Okay, license is approved. Item number 3, discuss and consider for approval of appointment of Sharon A. Felt to the vacant library board seat, term ending December 31st, 2026. Look for a motion to discuss.
I'll make a motion to discuss and consider for approval the appointment of Sharon A. Felt to the vacant library board seat, term ending December 31st, 2026.
Okay, I have a motion made, do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion made and seconded to consider for approval. Discuss and consider for approval the appointment of Sharon A. Felt to the vacant library board seat, term ending December 31st, 2026. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay. This, we had a recent, what's the word I'm using? Vacancy come up, so Sharon A. Felt has offered to fill that seat in term with, consideration from the library board. Any discussion?
I presume this is the library board's recommendation?
Correct. So Sharon is actually, she comes to book club, and she does have some littles here in the community. And so, Katie and I were talking about the vacancy, and her name was mentioned. And thankfully, Katie reached out to her, and yeah, she was all about it. When we had to go over, what was that meeting that we had?
For the annual DPI report.
Yes, so she came and yeah, so she agreed to, be on the board, and I think she's a perfect fit with being a reader, being in the book club, and having littles, you know, herself, she's able to speak to that.
Okay, thank you. Any more discussion? If there's no more discussion, I'll look for a motion to approve the appointment of Sharon A. Felt to the vacant library seat, term ending December 31st, 2026.
I'll make a motion to approve the appointment of Sharon A. Felt to the vacant library board seat, term ending December 31st, 2026.
Motion made, do I have a
Second.
second? Okay, we got a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, motion is approved to appoint Sharon A. Felt to the vacant library seat, term ending December 31st, 2026 Item number 4, discuss and consider for approval the reappointment of Patricia Cole to the library board, term ending December 31st, 2028.
I'll make a motion to discuss and consider for approval the reappointment of Patricia Cole to the library board, term ending December 31st, 2028.
Okay, I have a motion made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to approve the reappointment of Patricia Cole to the library board, term ending December 31st, 2028. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, discussion can commence. Any details were,
Reappointment, so I
Yep,
she's
so-
already on the board.
Yep, she was previously already on the board, and, when, Jessica, resigned, we did some, you know, voting amongst us and switched some positions around, and yes, so.
She's not filling Jessica's seat.
No, she is the secretary, right? Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can
Yeah.
clarify. So we had some turnover in the 2025 season of the library board, and Patricia became our board member at that point, and that person who she was replacing's term has ended, so we're now appointing her to be on as herself for a full term. And then after we had another set of elections in 2026, our current president, Jessica, resigned, and then that is why we are appointing Sharon today to take over the rest of her term. And we have elections every year, so this is not abnormal in any way.
Thank you, Katie.
You had it all right, it was just mixed up, but you had all the information right. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, if there's no more discussion, I'll be looking for a motion to approve the reappointment of Patricia Cole.
I'll make a motion to approve the reappointment of Patricia Cole to the library board, term ending December 31st, 2028.
All right, I have a motion made, do I have a second?
I will second.
All right, I have a motion made and seconded to approve the reappointment of Patricia Cole to the library board, term ending December 31st, 2028. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, reappointment is done. Okay, folks, so we're gonna, well, first I need the motion to vote in the closed session.
I'll make a motion to convene in closed session in accordance with Wisconsin statute 19.851G, conferring with legal counsel for the government body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or likely to become involved.
Okay, I have a motion made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion made and seconded to convene in closed session in accordance with Wisconsin State Statute 19.851G, conferring with legal counsel for the governmental body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, folks, if you wouldn't mind clearing the room.